Hey everyone, Kim Moore here. I'm out here at Urban Golf and I wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about the mental game. The mental game is extremely important in this golf game and the process of being better and being more consistent. But what kills me is that there's so many people that do not practice mental game. They don't even work on that part of their game. I'm sure you've heard golf is 80% mental and 20% physical. And I would 100% agree with that. But how come we don't work on it? You see so many people going to the range, hitting ball after ball, bucket after bucket, or on the short game, doing a lot of chipping and putting. Those things are good, but it's also important to work on your mental game sometimes. Well, let me give you an activity that I think will really help you work on that mental game and get your scores to be a little more consistent and hopefully better. I put together this mental scorecard. This is what you would use if you're going out playing 9 holes, maybe not with your friends or your buddies, but maybe a time when you go out by yourself. Put together a mental scorecard, kind of looks something like this. It's kind of hard to see, I know. But on this left column has mental cues that you want to do or that you definitely don't want to do during your round. And it's like a scorecard, but instead of keeping score, you're keeping track of when you do these mental cues throughout your round, how many you do, and so on and so forth. So, for example, I put together my mental scorecard, and there's a few things that I wrote down here on the left hand side. The first one I wrote was doubt. Doubt is when you're out there on the golf course and you are not fully committed on that shot, right? You doubt that you can execute a shot that you know you can. You doubt this shot because you have the wrong club in your hand. Those are instances that can really hurt your game and affect your game with the consistency. And so, doubt is something that I do not want to do. So, if I'm out there and I'm playing and I realize that I'm doubting myself, I'm going to make a little check mark in that box. I may make 2 check marks, 3 check marks, depending on how many shots I have and how many times I realize that. The next one is the anyways, which is the anyways shot. That's kind of when I pick a club and I'm not fully committed, but I go ahead and hit that shot anyways, right? I'm sure you've done that on the putting green where you're over the putt, you're not quite sure that your alignment's good or just doesn't feel right, but you go ahead and hit it anyways. We want to take away the anyways shot. So anytime I realize, I'm going to make a check mark. Negative self-talk. That's when I'm too hard on myself or I am saying that I'm a bad golfer or I can't chip or I can't putt. That's the negative self-talk that you want to get rid of. You want to fill that with positive self-talk. I can, I am, I will. Those are positive self-talks. But anytime I catch myself saying those negative things, I'm going to mark a little check mark. Bad mental. That's when I am getting ready to hit a golf shot and I know that I am not in a good mental space right then and there. Anytime I'm thinking too much or I'm not relaxed, that's bad mental. If I realize I'm doing that, I'm going to put another check mark. I put not in the present. It's important to be in the present when you're hitting the golf shot. You don't want to be thinking about the results too far ahead. You don't want to be thinking about your score. You don't want to be thinking about the past, what you did the last hole. When you're executing a golf shot, you want to be in the present. So anytime I realize I'm not in the present, I'm going to make a check mark. I put the don't. Anytime I realize that I told myself, don't hit it over there, don't hit it out of bounds, don't hit it in the water, that's bad. I want to make sure that I'm telling myself what I want to do. I want to aim it here. I want to hit with this pace, this tempo. I want to make this shot. Those are good things. Those will replace the don't. And then I just put miscellaneous. Things like I want to make sure I'm going through my routine every single time. If I realize I'm not going through my routine, I'll put that in the miscellaneous box. Again, you can create this mental scorecard however you want. What are those mental cues that you do or that you don't do that you want to make sure you are doing or not doing every single time. The better you get at having a better mental scorecard, the better your golf game will be. A great way to practice your mental game. Give it a shot. I have so many more mental tips, and I would love to share them with you. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I would love to help you with your mental game. But use this next time, see if it helps your game. And if you like more content like this, please subscribe, please like, please follow. And I can't wait to see you guys next time. Have a good day.